What's up, fanboys and fangirls? Tony Mango here from fanboysanonymous.com, bringing you a sort of short-form review point podcast. The latest Marvel Netflix series Luke Cage just premiered about an hour ago from when I'm recording this, and I figured instead of waiting until I was done all 13 episodes, I would do a smaller edition to give you some of my first impressions and a review of the first episode of Season 1, entitled Moment of Truth. So what I'm basically going to be doing here is throwing out some quick thoughts on what we've seen so far, what I'd like to see going forward, maybe some predictions, whatever else comes into my mind, so on and so forth like that. I do want to warn everybody ahead of time, though. I am going to be saying some spoilers, so if you have not checked out the episode yet and you don't want to know what happens in there, then obviously bookmark this and check it out a little bit later. But if you don't care, then continue listening, or maybe this is going to be the thing that convinces you whether or not you are actually going to be interested in checking it out or not. The first thing I would say with that is I would give it a thumbs up. I think that you should check it out. Now, of course, that's with the asterisk that it's just the first episode, so I don't know how much better or worse this is going to get. Unfortunately, I didn't love the particular episode as much as I was hoping I would, but I'm still really looking forward to the rest of the season. I think that there's a lot of good things that are going on already. And when I say that I didn't like it as much as I was hoping it would be, that's not a negative thing so much as I had really high hopes. So I think I made it like a little bit too high from the standards of what it probably would have been able to reach anyway. Because those little trailers and stuff that we've seen, I thought were all fantastic. Now, for those who haven't checked out my previous 3 breakdowns of Daredevil Season 1, Jessica Jones Season 1, and Daredevil Season 2, both Daredevil seasons I really, really liked a lot. Jessica Jones, I liked half of it, and the other half was kind of shitty. Seemed like they were kind of dragging things out, and they didn't have enough story to go along for a full season. Like the nuke stuff was just crap. This is off to a little bit of a slow start. And I hope that doesn't mean that they don't have enough story to drag things out to a full 13 episodes, like in the same capacity. But I don't think it's necessarily going to be the case. I think that they just didn't want to go out guns blazing for the first episode. So I think by episode 4, I'm really going to get a better indicator of how things are going to be playing out for the rest of this. And as long as they don't have some stupid side plot of twincest and stuff, then I'm probably going to like that better too. The very first note that I had written down from this episode was, Pops is so dead. He is clearly going to die at some point, and that sucks because I like the character and I don't want to see him die, but he's dead, man. He's DOA for sure. He's going to catch a bullet or something. I don't know who's going to kill him. Could be Cornell, could be one of his underlings, could be Shades, who Shades seems kind of cool. I sort of like that guy. Not that I like his character, because his character is a real evil douchebag. You could tell that already. But I mean, as far as a villain goes, I'm down with it. He looks like he's threatening. Although it's a little bit weird that he would be threatening, because obviously nobody poses a physical threat to Luke. And it definitely feels like this is going to be more on par with some of the Superman stories that we've had in the past, where it's more of like an ideological fight he has to deal with, rather than coming to blows with somebody who's superpowered. But I do want to see him have a fist fight with somebody who's on equal footing with him at some point too. I have no idea who that would be, but I'm game to find out possible options for that down the line in a couple episodes. Maybe Shades has some kind of a superpower, I don't know. I'm actually not too familiar with a lot of the characters in here, which is kind of one of the things that I like about this. Daredevil is a series that I knew, I would say maybe like a C+ of what I would know from them. I mean, I had seen the movie, and that only gives you a little bit of a scope of what the comics would be and stuff. Checked out a couple comics here and there. Of course, by proxy of like Spider-Man and stuff, I knew about Kingpin and some other characters here and there. Punisher has always been cool. Jessica Jones, I really didn't know all that much. So that was a little fun getting to know some of those characters throughout that show. Although I didn't really like a lot of those side characters, and I don't think that they were really a part of the comics and stuff either. Again, the twins, that was just creepy and fucking weird. But the Luke Cage cast, I really don't have that much information about almost any characters. Like, I can't even tell you why Cornell is called Cottonmouth. I don't know if that's something to do with, like, backstory with some kind of powers, or if it's just a nickname he got from some reason. maybe he talks funny. I don't know. I didn't pick up on that yet. But I do like some of the characters that we've been seeing so far. For instance, Misty Knight. I don't know why she's such a big character. I've been hearing a lot of buzz around her. But I'm, again, not too familiar with that whole side of the comics. I've never read a Heroes for Hire comic before. I really don't know all that much about Iron Fist either, so when Iron Fist comes into play at any points, I'm probably not going to pick up on any of the little Easter eggs and stuff. Misty Knight, all I know about her is she's a cop. So I don't really even know for sure if she's a hero. I'm pretty sure she is, but she seems like it in here, so I'm assuming there's no kind of backstabbing and stuff going along. But I am going to keep my eye on her. And not just for the obvious reason that Simone Missick, damn, she's sexy. I'm not familiar with her work either, so that was kind of a surprise. And damn, she's hot, though. And by the way, talking about hot people, just going to put it out there. Mike Colter, smooth motherfucker, isn't he? Got to give credit where it's due, right? Some other notes that I had written down throughout here. I loved the guy selling the bootleg footage of the incident, talking about Hulk and the guy with the long blonde hair and all that other kind of stuff. I loved the reference for the Justin Hammer weapons. That was another cool thing. Anything that we get that's world building, the more the better. So I'm really hoping that we get to see Jessica Jones at some point. I think that a reference to Daredevil would be really cool. Something that could tie it into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be really fun, because they haven't really done that yet with any of the Netflix things, as far as I'm aware of. But maybe like he comes along and fights like one of the watchdogs, or maybe, they're obviously not going to have like Fitz or somebody pop up, but something with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. would be pretty cool. They already had that reference to Wilson Fisk and talking about the criminal underworld is kind of like on their toes because of what happened to him. So again, thumbs up when it comes to that. I thought it was funny with the whole famous Amos that got a chuckle out of me. That whole fight scene at the end was funny. Mariah Stokes, the Cornell's cousin, the councilwoman, she seems like such a bitch, and I cannot wait for her to get her comeuppance already. One episode in, totally want her to die. So another good villain for that. I really, really loved the line, everyone has a gun and no one has a father. Of course, the whole culture of Harlem is going to play a big, big factor into here. And I'm interested to see what little twists and turns they're going to bring in with that. It seems like there's a couple obvious ways that they can go. And I don't know if that's really going to follow the same pattern as I would expect it to, but I mean, I'm assuming Pops is going to be that sacrificial lamb kind of character. Maybe we're going to get a little bit more from the woman that he saved at the end and her husband. Maybe they're going to kind of be like another anchor for the neighborhood kind of a thing. Maybe get some kind of neighborhood uprising, sort of. I don't know. I really, really loved the shot of Cottonmouth walking into the frame and the Biggie crown was on his head. Awesome. My favorite shot of the entire episode by far. So those were just some kind of notes that I had. I think that this is so far proven itself to be pretty interesting. I'm really, really curious to see where it goes. And to do that, I'm going to have to continue watching. So that's it for now, everybody. I'm eager to get into episode 2. I got to go ahead and hit that play button in a minute here once I start getting done editing all this other kind of stuff like that. I am already kind of tired, though. It sucks from being awake from a whole lot, so I might not be able to binge watch all 13 episodes in a row and get the full season breakdown as up as early as I was hoping to be. But I do promise that as soon as I finish watching this, I will record a review point for the full season recap, episodes 1 to 13, and I'll post that up as soon as I possibly can. So stay tuned to the channel here on YouTube by hitting that subscribe button. Make sure you follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well for any other updates. But that's it for me for now, at the very least. Thanks for checking this out, everybody. I will see you soon, but I gotta geek out. Adios.